This is a message for everyone who is maybe you're an immigrant. You relocated into another place, maybe for greener pasture, for family reasons, whatever the reason might be. You're living further away from where you're originally from. I have a very important message for you. Uh, I'm a property investor, so I'm gonna take this message from experience and history. So the message is that you shouldn't build houses or buy houses in your home country yet. If you want to do it, don't do it yet. There are a few reasons why I would say this. In fact, I would say do not even invest there yet. Invest in the current place that you are in. Open a business where you are. Say you're in the US, you're in Canada, you're in Australia, you're in the UK, you're in Europe, or whatever it might be that you are an immigrant, you're a sojourner out there. Create a business there where you are. Build that house where you are. Buy that house where you are. Don't go into your town, to your villages, way back home where you come from, and do a house there, because it will be like a waste of money. You're just tying that money down. Say for instance, you're from, say, an African country, and you live in the UK, and instead of investing in property in the UK, you invest in property in your home country. I'll use Nigeria as an example. To get a proper house in Nigeria now, say you need this is just not in very expensive places. You might need an like let's say 40 million naira. 40 million naira is around maybe 30,000 pounds. 30,000 pounds. So that 30,000 pounds can buy you a house of 120k, and that house will be like a three-bed house in somewhere in the Midlands or somewhere in the northern part, not east or northwest. 30k will easily buy you a three-bed house. I mean, 130k deposit. So instead of using that money to go build a house in your village at 40 million, or buy a house at 40 million, and then your rent in a year for that house, let's say is 1 million, 1 million a year back home. But if you do the same thing here in the UK, for instance, that three bed can easily fetch you 800 pounds a month. And by the time you pay your mortgage, let's say your mortgage, buy to let mortgage, is you're paying 300, more or less. You have like 500 pounds profit in a year. That's 6,000 pounds. But if you consider your 1 million a year for that house that you built in your village somewhere in Nigeria, 1 million a year, if I convert it into pounds, is only around 600 pounds. So you see the difference. The same money, the same investor, but two different results. And the good thing about the one you have in the West, especially the one in the UK, over time the value of that house will go up, and you can actually go to the bank and even take out some of the value that you have built, the equity you have built over time. But the ones you have in your hometown, the value will go down, and you keep spending money on it to maintain it. The value will go down. In fact, you might you might not even get to spend that money here. All the money you make from it will stay there, and use it to solve maybe family issues. But that money would not benefit you anymore. That money is already locked away from you almost completely, until maybe a time when you retire home, and you might never want to stay there. So my advice is invest all your money, yeah, all of it, in the country that you're living in. Maybe US, maybe UK, maybe Europe, maybe Australia. Invest where you currently live. Grow. And say you're planning to retire and go home maybe in another year or two, you can sell one of your assets and use to buy whatever villa you want to buy back home. That way, the same money will be maximized. So the goal is to maximize your money. Do not go tie down that money somewhere where there is no growth. Put it in a place where it is stable, where you can get both cash flow and capital appreciation. So I hope this helped. Please send this video to everyone who you know has families abroad, everyone who is abroad, everyone who has left their country to go to another place to go and sojourn. Share this video with them. Comment, let me know your experiences for those who have gone to build houses in their villages, in their communities back home. Let me know your experience. Please follow this page and let us because so that you can continue to hear many of these kind of